Um, I'm on my lunch break at work, and I just wanted to go live. But yesterday I tried to go live, and it wasn't working. And it was in the morning time, and it just was not working. This hair is just so white. I love it. I love it though. All glory be to God. And I'm 38. But um yeah, I was trying to go live yesterday and it just wasn't working. And so um I just wanted to get on here real quick and say continue to fight the good fight, y'all. Um I know it gets hard. I was going through it yesterday. Like homegirl Flo came into town yesterday and was beating up on my back and had me with the munchies all week and irritable. And so I'm like, tired, fatigued, right? So I was like, I'll give it a rest. And so, I don't know. The Lord just told me to get on here and put in my spirit to get on here and try to encourage somebody today because life be life and it's nothing but the devil that wants to take our joy. And again, it's okay to not feel well. It's okay to get some rest. It's okay to not be on go all the time. It's okay to not be in beast mode all the time. It's okay. Sit down somewhere and trust in God and believe in God. And then the thing is to, do you like wholeheartedly believe in him, or um like you believe in him with this thing but not this thing? He's working on me with that, right? Like the the delusional faith, the erratical faith, the super high faith to where it looks crazy to everybody else, and but you know what the Lord then told you. And when you put your trust and your faith in the Lord, he has your back. Like he's gonna make sure that you get through what you need to get through, especially if you are putting your faith in him. But continue to stand. The Lord is gonna be with you. What's up, King? The Lord is gonna be with you. Like, and it's gonna be days where the enemy is trying to fight you, fighting that flesh. That's all he can fight. What's up, Cassidy? That's all he can fight is that flesh. If we don't give him the flesh to fight with, and we die to our will, our desires, our plans and things like that. And not saying don't have ambitions, not saying, because God is going to give you dreams. He's going to give you, if you are a believer in him and if you are walking with him, he's going to give you dreams and aspirations to follow behind, and he's going to provide for you to get that thing taken care of. And it's going to be just enough. It's not going to be over and abundant, right? Because a lot of times we be looking for over and abundant just for the sake of keeping up with the Joneses. We don't want to feel left behind, but the Lord will provide you for his will and for what he needs for you to do. And a lot of times it's for us to get to somebody that's needing an uplifting word, or that's needing to see that light in you, that Jesus in you. And the enemy, the harder you fight the enemy, the harder he's gonna try to come. He don't sleep. But as long as you giving all of your power and all of your strength, all of your wisdom to God, and letting him reign, then the devil is already defeated. So Yeah, I was just wanting to say that. Um, I have been reading. I have been reading. Still in Genesis, and it was talking about how how Lot. Okay, so one thing was that it was three people. Abraham was at his tent, right? And he was talking to the Lord, and he saw three people coming towards him. And so he went to go meet them and invited them in. He told them that he was going to go get some water, fetch some water, and get some meat and some bread. And y'all come in and what's the name with me? And the Bible says it's three men, right? And so he's talking with the three men. And again, um, the man was like, "Oh, you're gonna be multiply. You're gonna be fruitful and multiply. And where's your wife Sarah at? She's gonna have a child." And she overheard them, and she laughed within herself. And when one of the men came up to her, he was like, "Why did you laugh?" She was like, "But I didn't." And in her mind, she was like, "I ain't say nothing out loud, right?" But he was like, "But you did." But she's gonna have a kid. And then after that, um, it said that the men, um, they turned somewhere, and then Abraham, he was still talking with the Lord, and the Lord was like, I will never withhold anything from you. He said that the land of Sodom has cried out to me, and he said we're gonna go see if it's as we're gonna go see if it's as bad as it is the cry out to me. And so Abraham sat there and talked with the Lord even further, and the men walked off. He said the men walked off and headed towards Sodom, and Abraham sat there and talked with the Lord. And this is when he goes to asking God, like, would you take out the wicked with the good? And so he was like, what if it's 55 people? Then it went all the way down to 10, right? And so he was like, um, I will not destroy the city if it's 10 righteous people there. What's up, Jessica? And so that was the end of that. And then at the end of that, I think that was 18, Genesis 18. At the end of that chapter, it said, once the Lord was done communing with Abraham, he was communing with the Lord. These three men that came up to him, he offered them meat, water, and bread. And then it says later on in that chapter that he would commune with God. And so only two men, it says after that in 19, it says two men showed up to Sodom in the night. And Lot was the watchman of the gate, right? And so he saw them coming afar. He was like, y'all come to the house, because he already knowing what's going on in the city. So he like, come on, y'all, come to my house, and y'all rest. And they was like, nay, we gonna stay in the city all night, because they trying to see what's going on. And so he um Lot was like, please, no, don't. Please come and abide in my house, please. And so the men goes there, and they couldn't even make it. They couldn't even make it to the house good enough yet. Till the men, and this is crazy, what got them like that? Wickedness, darkness. The men, it says young and old, went to like almost burst down the door of Lot, and said, because they wanted to lay with the men. And Lot was like, please don't do this wicked thing. And guess what Lot did? He offered his daughters as a sacrifice. He offered his daughters as sacrifice. He said, I have two virgin daughters that has never known a man. Y'all can do what you please to do with them. And they said no. How wicked do you gotta be? How wicked do you have to be? How messed up? How messed up? I'm paraphrasing, but how messed up do you have to be to not want two virgin girls versus these men? Y'all don't know what. But see, the thing is Lot knew who those men were. It says two angels went to Sodom. Lot went and met them and offered communion with them and knew who they were. But the people in the city did not know that they were angels. Did not know that they were angels. The wicked, the darkness cannot comprehend the light. And Lot had a little bit in him to because it wasn't for Lot's righteousness. It doesn't say it was for his righteousness. It said because Abraham said, will you save the city if it's a couple of righteousness people in there? And so they like, no, we don't want your daughters, we want them men. And so the angels, they struck all of the people with blindness that was at the door. And this is crazy because they couldn't get the people that were struck with blindness. They didn't. It said it was a lot of them. It was great. The city, the men in the city was great, and they went up there to try to get them. But it was a lot of them, and they didn't get away and think to say, oh, Lord, forgive me. Like, how did I become blind? And I'm pretty sure all of them was like, oh, I can't see what's going on. Help, help, help. I'm pretty sure, they all started saying that. And it still didn't click in their head. And then after that, Lot was commanded to take his wife. He asked him, is there any other people? Get you and your people, whoever you got, your wife, your daughters, is it any other people? And he said, my son-in-laws. And when he went to go get the son-in-laws and tell them what was going on, because they said that y'all need the angels told Lot, you need to get up out of here because we're about to destroy the city. And when he went to go tell his son-in-laws, they thought that he was mocking them. They thought he was playing. Why this grown man that probably ain't never played with y'all before got to play with y'all about this? So was it that they felt like they were being mocked, or was it that they desired to stay? They desired to stay because they had two virgin daughters that they were going to marry. So it wasn't like they wouldn't have had something. Lot, his substance was great. That's the reason why him and Abraham broke off. So they had a little bit of something, right? And so they said no, but on the way out, he was like, y'all don't look behind, neither do you, what did it say? Don't look behind and go up to the mountain, lest you be consumed, right? And so Lot was like, I can't make it to the mountain, lest something evil come upon me. And I'm trying to think of what that evil thing was. But he was like, I can't make it to the mountain, but this is a place called Zor. It's a small city, right? You said you got mercy on me, you saving my life. Can I please go there? And they was like, I'll allow it. I'll allow you to go to this thing. I'm paraphrasing y'all. And so it says as the sun rising, as the sun had risen, they was there at Zor. The wife looked back. Now, I don't know if it was out of curiosity. Did curiosity kill the cat? And so he made it now. Abraham, he had made it to where he had spoken with the Lord at. And he saw Sodom and Gomorrah, just flames coming up, or just smoke. He said it looked like a furnace. And so after that, it says that the Lord remembered his talk with Abraham. And so he got Lot and helped Lot get to the mountain where he was supposed to be. And it says that he dwelt in the cave. Now it's just Lot and his two daughters. And it says that the eldest daughter said, "Our father is old," right? The oldest daughter says, "Our father is old, and there is no man for us to carry out the seed. So let's get him drunk, give him wine, and let's get him drunk, so that way we can carry out the seed." The first one did it, and it says that he did not perceive when she laid down, and he did not perceive when she got up. And then the second one did it. Mind you, it says that he was old, and then he was drunk. And then he was drunk. Y'all want to hear my telephone voice? Hold on. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. They didn't answer. Didn't say that. They don't sound like no Aisha. But yeah, he was old and he was drunk. Like, y'all took advantage of y'all daddy. So y'all took advantage of y'all daddy. That was not consensual. And then the little sister following behind the big sister was like, okay, like, you can't beat me up. I'm not gonna let you beat me up. Like, this our daddy. Like, ill. Both of them had a son. What was the first one? Baal. And one was Moab. Moab, and then Ben-Ammi. And we know about Moab. Want me to do AI so bad. Idol worship. And they attempt to oppress the Israelites. So we know about the Moabites. A lot of this is spiritual, darkness and light. Since the beginning, we've been fighting darkness. We really did die. Once they ate of that fruit, we really did die. And now we have to get back to life. And it's going to be a fight. And it's going to be a fight because the enemy wanted to take us with him. Ain't it funny how as soon as Eve took up that fruit, she wanted to give some to her. As soon as she ate of the knowledge of good and evil, she wanted to give some to somebody else. Wicked people can't just be alone and be wicked. They gotta bring people with them to be wicked with them. So a lot of times that's the reason why we have to stand alone. But if you're still standing, all glory be to God. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be hard. But the thing is we don't do it with our own strength. We do it with the Lord's strength. I'm not. I want to be able to use this channel to give people encouragement and give us the Lord's word and share with y'all my experiences with my walk. It's not for entertainment purposes. I am constantly having to pick up my cross and die to myself daily. And so that's what you'll be seeing. So other people's opinions of me and this channel and how I talk, how I sound, what I look like, it doesn't matter. It's not important. And that's what the Lord needs more of. People who are dying to themselves. And I'm not bigging myself up. I don't know everything. I just be trying to share with people what the Lord then gave me, and hopefully, people can share with me what the Lord then gave them. Iron sharpen iron, right? But that's what the Lord is looking for. People who is daily dying to themselves. It's a walk. It's not going to be like just that. It's a process. Joseph, Peter, Jesus, it's a process to that thing, right? To the everlasting life. But once we get to a point, that certain level to where nothing else matters but the Lord's will and what he wants, then we'll be better off. Then we can have that peace that surpasses all understanding. Then we can have the true prosperity, because we have the true source, the everlasting water and life, right? Then we can walk in the Lord's image again while we're here on this earth, because that's what it is to be made in his image and in his likeness. To speak life, to give life, and to hate evil. And spread our light that is not our own, it's the Lord's. But all glory be to God, y'all. I'm gonna take my little rest of my little lunch break and relax, and I'll see y'all a little bit later on. May the Lord be with y'all on today. Continue to pray for me, and I'll continue to pray for y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit later on today. I love y'all. Bye.